Good morning, America. This is State News at 7 o'clock in the morning. Man, it is early, ain't it, Christian?
Yes, sir, it is.
Alright, I'm your host, Samuel Stipe, and this is my good friend and colleague, Christian Garcia. Breaking news. Last night at around 7 p.m., President Kennedy revealed to the American people that the Soviet Union has stationed nuclear missiles in Cuba.
Yes, I heard about that. See, well, last night actually U-2 spy planes went over Cuba and they captured some terrifying images, you see, of the Soviet missiles being set up on the north point of port of the island, only 90 miles from Florida. Oh, according to intelligence reports, the Soviets are still in the process of making the missiles operational.
And we will be here all day covering this constantly developing story. Christian, I would like to ask you, how should the president handle this volatile situation?
Well, I say the only way to ensure the safety of American people is a full-scale invasion of Cuba to capture the missiles and depose Castro. This invasion must be swift and surprising. The Soviets must not know we are coming.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Christian. It would take too long for our military to mobilize, long enough for the Soviets to get their weapons ready. An invasion would spell destruction for the United States and the rest of the world. How could we keep something like a massive invasion force secret? The Soviets were unable to keep the missiles themselves a secret.
Well, the Allies were able to keep the invasion of Normandy a secret.
Yeah, but the Germans didn't have advanced spy planes.
Well, how effective are the Soviet ones?
There's no need to be arguing like this right now. We're going to take a short commercial break, and when we get back, we will be joined by Robert Kennedy, brother and advisor to the president. We'll be right back.
And we are back. To anyone just joining us, we have in the studio Robert Kennedy. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing mighty fine.
That is great to know.
I'm really glad to be on your show, Christian. I'm a huge fan of yours.
Thank you, sir. Now, on to the topic at hand. What is your administration's strategy in dealing with the Soviets?
Well, the White House is pretty divided over this issue. We have a large group of individuals who are pressing hard for war against the Soviets in response to their actions in Cuba. I used to be among these men, but the president has helped me level my head and think practically.
What does the president plan to do, though?
Now, Christian, that's classified information right there. However, the president has made his stance pretty clear. He said last night, "It shall be the policy of this nation to regard any nuclear missile launched from Cuba against any nation in the Western Hemisphere as an attack by the Soviet Union on the United States, requiring a full retaliatory response upon the Soviet Union."
Those are some pretty good words.
No kidding. Now, I would like to say a few words to the American people. I would like to say that I believe our administration has this crisis under control. The Soviets have done this in the past with the Berlin blockade and everything. They are all bark and no bite. We're Americans and we stand strong in the face of adversity.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. Now I am rejoined by Sam, who just got back from his lunch break. How you doing, Mr. Sam?
I'm good. How are you?
No, I'm pretty good.
Pretty good. How was the interview?
Well, Mr. Kennedy said some pretty strong words, but actually, how was your lunch?
Oh, it was splendid.
Oh, that's
smashing.
Great to know. Great to know. You see, because I got an update on the Cuban Missile Crisis. Actually, President Kennedy just ordered that the naval blockade had just should be placed on the eastern coast of Cuba. This is to prevent any more missiles from reaching the island.
Dang. Well, along with this new information, and we are now joined in the studio by a professor of U.S. history at Harvard, Harold Newman. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? Okay. So how are you doing, Mr. Newman?
I'm doing splendid. Thank you.
Why, you're very welcome. I'm doing all right. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, yes.
Now, Mr. Newman, how do you assess the situation in Cuba?
Well, I'd say as we speak, the clock is striking closer to midnight.
That's pretty ominous. So how do you think the situation came about?
Well, this is just another example of both the United States and the Soviet Union meddling in things they shouldn't be in.
Can you elaborate?
I'm just saying that the United States needs to man its own business as much as possible.
But sir, surely you are not saying we simply ignore the rest of the world.
I'm not saying advocating for isolationism. I am advocating that we do things like put missiles in Turkey and fight the Soviets at every turn. If we hadn't recommissioned anti-Castro Cubans in the Bay of Pigs, we wouldn't even be here right now. The Soviets now have the excuse to put missiles on the island in the name of self-defense. This is exactly what George Washington warned us about.
But sir, we've got to limit the spread of communism, lest it spread all the way to our borders.
All I am saying is we can't be the world's police. What if we helped France in the French Revolution when we were clearly not ready? Would it be the United States?
We're not a young nation anymore. We're a superpower.
I've got to go, but thank you for everything.
Thank you, Mr. Newman. And we shall take a break now. When we get back, we'll bring you more on this story and other stories. Thank you, and have a good day.
And we are back! Breaking news coming in from Cuba. A U-2 spy plane has been shot down over Cuba by the Soviet surface-to-air missiles. Officials are saying this is the first shot in war that will end the world. Pretty scary stuff. Here to discuss everything is Major Payne of the U.S. Army. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing mighty fine. How about yourself?
Pretty good, sir.
Alright, what are we discussing today?
Today we're discussing the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Cuban Missile Crisis. That were those damn commies put those missiles on the island?
Sir, yes, sir.
You want to know what I think about that?
Yes.
I think we do a massive airstrike, hitting all of those missiles all at once, completely obliterating the Soviets. And then we fire our nuclear missiles and blow everyone up.
Well, that's pretty crazy. Like, why do you say that?
Well, what other option do we have?
Well, are you sure that it was the Soviets that shot it down?
I'm quite sure. Are you questioning my intelligence, sir?
Well, yes, because I just feel like this is just another USS Maine situation. I feel like this is just an excuse to have war with the Soviets.
Is an excuse not what we need?
Well, no.
Well, soldier, I guess we have differing views.
Well, you're stupid.
You want to fight?
Sure. Let's scrap.
Alright.
And how should we end that?
I don't know. Is an excuse not what we need, soldier?
Well, no, because this might end the world.
Well, soldier, maybe that's just the way things have to be. It's a pleasure.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Got the camera.
I'm Ron, I'm Billy, and we're your Fallout Shelter service.
Yeah.
We dig. We build. And we stock. We build your Fallout shelters above ground or below ground, anytime, anywhere.
And it's built to last. Every Fallout shelter needs your Coke and your Pop-Tarts.
Built to survive a nuclear holocaust.
Hello, folks. President Kennedy just actually informed us that the Soviets have agreed to disable their missiles, but as long as we promise to not invade the country.
This is welcome news considering how scary the past 13 days have been. And we've been covering it all live here at State News. Well, that's the show for today. Thank you all for watching and join us tomorrow. Bye-bye.